Welcome back to Dickin' Around Outdoors. Now, if you have spent any time on any of the overland forums or any of the videos that you've seen on YouTube, you'll be aware of the cooking device called a skottle. And the most famous one of the skottles is the one made by Tembo Tusk. Now, as much as I thought that that was a neat cooking tool and it looked like it'd be fun to cook on, I always thought personally, so I'm not looking to start any arguments, but for me personally, I always thought it looked a bit too much like a one-trick pony for me to take camping or to spend my money on. But recently I came across a Kickstarter campaign from a company that is gaining traction in the overland world. The company is called iKamper, and they have come out with a new cooking system that includes a skottle type cooking surface, but to me appears to be a much more flexible cooking device. And I thought that it looked interesting enough that I went ahead and I backed it on Kickstarter, and it just showed up. So today I'm going to just do an unboxing to show you what it is, what it looks like, how it functions, and over time we will use this camping and I'll give you a better view of what I think of it after having used it. But today let's just take a look and see what's in the box and what we can expect when we cook on this device. And I do believe at this point on their website you can pre-order. I think they're trying to fill all the Kickstarter orders first. And I bought the, I don't know what it was called, the complete set. So it included a bigger case. So what do we have in the box? The first thing is something that I don't seem to be able to get out very easily. It is the Disco stove. And the Disco stove is a burner made by Korea out of Korea. And what I liked about this stove is that it can be used with the cooking disc included, but it can also be used as a standalone cooker. So it is a burner. It's got a little heft to it, a little weight to it. You also have in this pack three brackets that will attach the burner to the cook system, and also a bracket that holds your propane or butane bottle. The cooker itself is butane, but you can get an adapter that works to plug propane into the same tube, so you can use either one of the fuels. And this stove, as I mentioned, has legs, so it can be used as a standalone cook system. All right, so there is the burner. And as you can see, it comes in a nice little bag to carry it. Next off, we have a large box for a small carry bag. A lot of packaging there, iKamper, but I guess it did keep it full. So this is a carry bag. I'm not sure what the carry bag is for. Perhaps it is for the tripod. We'll have a look once we get there. Then we have the tripod that comes with the set. And what I thought was neat about this tripod is it is adjustable. It can go up to 47 inches tall. And you do have a chain system, so you can hang the cook disc as well as a Dutch oven or something like that over a fire. So you can use this in many different ways. And this does come with its own bag, so that is not what that other bag was for. It also comes with what I assume is the chain. It is the chain. Now, one thing right off the bat, this is a very small diameter chain, so I'm going to be curious to see, reading by the directions, how much weight this will actually hold if we're trying to use something like a Dutch oven. And, fairly sturdy feeling. Got a little heft to this tripod. And it is kind of interesting. I don't know if you can see, but right in the middle is the roller for the chain. So this actually has, instead of having to unhook the chain from a hook and adjusting it, you can actually unlock it and pull it back and forth to raise or lower your cooking disc. So that's kind of a nice little feature. And as I said, this is got some heft to it. It's all aluminum, but it's a nice solid piece of aluminum. And it's interesting. It's got extendable legs, and it's got 2-stage legs. The first stage is a push button, where you can just push the button in and extend the leg. And then if you want to extend it again, you unscrew a little lock nut and pull that out. So that will get you your 47 inches. So a nice little deal. So I'm just going to set this up. I'll show you how it all goes together. Okay, next in the box, we have a table, which is a birchwood table. It's a nice little table that just hooks to the tripod. And I'm guessing now that I've seen the table that the mystery case is for the table itself. It's got 2 cup holders. I will say they're a little large for a whiskey glass, but it's kind of nice. You can hold some tools, a few ingredients. It's got a towel rack, so that's kind of a neat little touch. And lastly, and probably the most important part of the system, is the cooking disc itself. And this is a cast iron disc, but unlike most of the other cooking discs you see for outdoors, this is enamel coated. So it's more like your high-end Dutch ovens, the enamel coated cast iron. And they say that this is mehanite or some particular cast iron formulation. It's got this little tool, which I cannot tell you what that little tool is for. Looks like 2 handles. What I'm guessing is a carry case for the disc. And the disc itself, which is a 15 3/4 inch cooking disc. Cast iron. It's not super weighty. Maybe that's what the mehanite is, that it's a formulation that is solid cast and not too heavy. And the surface itself is a little, I won't say grainy, but it's not perfectly flat. So I don't know if this will season in or not. We'll see that. We'll look in the instructions. So let's see how this goes together real quick. I'll show you that as best I can without having read the instructions. So from looking at the videos online, what I've gained is that you slip the legs into the tripod. The burner just nests right into those legs like this. And you connect your bottle holder. You would connect that up to your burner. And each leg has a slot for this, so it doesn't matter how you put that together. And then the disc would just set right on top. So, there we go. Very simple setup. I've done it with no instructions, so it's pretty easy. So that's what we have for the basic kit. That's the Disco Series kit. I ordered, I guess it was a deluxe kit. I'm not sure what it was. So there are a couple other items that I got with this. And they came in a separate shipment. So let's see what those are. It is an adapter so that you can burn propane as well as butane. I assume this is a standard adapter that you can get anywhere. And a bag that will hold the whole kit. So you've got a storage bag for the whole kit and caboodle, which I wanted to get instead of carrying everything separately. This at least gives me the option to carry it together or separately. So that will hold everything, it looks like, except the disc. And lastly, a little light stand that somehow screws into the top and allows you to hook a light to the tripod, hang a light. If you're around camp, you can use this as your stand for your light, or if you're cooking over the fire with the disc lowered and hanging from the chain, I understand you can screw this onto the top so you can have light when you're cooking. So that is the iKamper Disco set. I look forward to getting this out. I really want to try it out and use it and see how flexible it really is camping, to see if it's worth the money. I know one of the criticisms is that the disc itself is small relative to some of the other skottles that are available on the market, and it is, but for Camera Lady and myself, I think this is more than sufficient. So I'm not thinking that size is going to make any difference to us. So the iKamper Disco looks like a nice solid piece of equipment. I've just set it up to kind of show you what it would look like in the deployed setting. One thing about the cooker that is maybe a concern for some people is it is 27 pounds, so it's very heavy for a cooker. But I guess if you consider that you're carrying not only your stove, but a tripod to cook over the fire and a cast iron skillet, it may not seem like that much weight in that context. So far it seems sturdy. The aluminum feels nice and heavy. I haven't read yet if there's a temperature limit around it. I can't imagine that they would make something that would melt in a campfire, so I'm not real concerned about that. I want to see how the chain, if we can use this for a Dutch oven, and just how it burns and how it cooks. So look forward to some upcoming videos. We'll show you more about this as we go. And I hope you've enjoyed learning a bit about the iKamper Disco series. I think shipments are coming out now from the Kickstarter campaign, so you may be seeing more and hearing more about this in the near future. And to all of our subscribers, thanks. You guys are great. If you haven't had the chance to subscribe, please take a moment to hit the button in the lower right-hand corner. And if you like the videos, share them with your friends and punch that little notification button so that you can see when we've put some new stuff up. And as always, take care, and we'll see you outdoors.